There you are, and here I am before unlucky season 13 is thrust upon us in just over 24 hours. We need to know, hey, what happened to all those from the experiment season 12? Where are they now? Did any of the science actually work? And did Paul punch any more doors? We shall find out.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the MAFS together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Oh my goodness, there she is. I forget what she looks like, and then boom! The past is thrust upon me. Hello, I'm Wilko, and this is Rehashed. If you love reality trash, mess, and drama, then stick around because this channel is absolutely for you. Give it a like and make sure you're subscribed. This video is going to give you some insight as to what's been happening with the cast of Married at First Sight Australia Season 12, 1 year on. We're calling this, Where Are They Now? Where are they now? Have they learned any lessons? And the answer will probably be no. I'm going to say hi to you guys in the chat in just a second, but let's just get straight into it with a couple who's controversial because one of the bodies got snatched during the season. Let's say hi to Jamie and Dave, everybody. Spoiler alert, Jamie and Dave are not together. Even though there was some hope at the final vows, come reunion, we find out that Dave had ghosted Jamie. Yeah, he absolutely ghosted her. And we knew it was going to happen in the final vows. Like, we had some hope. And I don't know why we have any hope in this show, like ever. That seems crazy to me, but we did, and it didn't work out. Jamie, though, look, this is them during the season. Like I mentioned, Jamie was shocked because old mate Dave Hand, his name is, he's got big hands and a big... Can I talk about it? No, I can't talk. Anyway, he seemed like a totally different person from the honeymoon and early weeks in the experiment. Let's talk about Jamie quickly. Oh, look, there she is. Let's move my face and get Jamie up there. She has really made the most of her 15 minutes of fame. She has been really promoting all of that season all over the world. She was across the Dutch and New Zealand, and then she was in the UK when it started to air over there. And she really baited the internet. She really baited the internet for everyone to think that her and Elliot, well, they were a couple apparently. Is this them? Yeah. Oh, no, that's not them. No. Let's ignore that. That's Dave and his dad. They're good guys. This is the two that I'm talking about.
First things first, what's going on with you guys? Have you guys had sex?
Oh my God, it just comes out and asked.
Let's go there. Can we go there?
We may or may not have.
Next question.
I don't want Dave to slut shame me again.
Dave's like waiting with bated breath.
He's
like, I'm about to say, if I say yes, I'm going to cop like a new TikTok released or something. Slut shame.
Because you're going around sleeping with multiple MAFS friends?
I've slept with apparently 3. I highly doubt I'd sleep with 3 cast members.
You would never do that.
I would never do that.
Oh my God, 3 people?
3 people? I hope that's sarcasm because it's pretty easy to sleep with 3 people. I mean, I don't know, not personally. I've only got one under my belt. And they made the whole internet scream, guys, is this a thing? And, you also name it. She's been on every podcast she possibly can.
Australian dudes just don't get it. They don't approach women at all.
They're so nonchalant. Why the fuck are we nonchalant? I posted a thing on walking dates. Some girl made a TikTok. I commented. She said about, I'm going on a walking date. She's panicking. I said, I wouldn't go on a walking date. A bunch of bozo men literally jumped in the comments and started trolling me. And I was just like, I'm assuming you like to go on walking dates. It was just like a bunch of men that were offended that I'm blowing up their space about free dates. Like, how dare you? Let me take take this woman for a walk around the park. And I'm just like, I said I don't want to go date each other. And then there's women commenting too. I'm like, what? You're an idiot.
So
go
what-
on your walking date then.
So what would be your ideal date then?
I'm a dinner date kind of girl. Like
Nice restaurant? Just a vibey restaurant?
I love a good pasta. I'm not like a full fine dining person. I'm also very pedantic.
Do you have any dietary problems?
Are you trying to book a dinner date? It's like,
She also, by the way, she's still single as far as I can tell. She was also on a internet reality dating show called Love at First Scent. Or I think she hosted it maybe. There was a rumor that she was in a relationship with an AFL player, but those were squashed. And she's really doing a fair amount of influencing on the socials. And like I say, I think she's still single. Let's get to the socials and say hi to everybody. Oh, is that my mum giving a super chat?
Super chat.
Mum, thank you so much. That's very, very kind of you. But you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, it's many, many years away, but one day I will inherit all of your frog collection. So you don't need to, you don't need to know that. Also, thank you for the super chat from a different D. And Sarah as well. I really do appreciate your support. Yeah, this is just to get us ready for all of the Sunday lives because this is the normal time that we will do them. Hi, Mum. In the lead up to, you know, every week, every Sunday, we're going to be here talking about all the trash, mess and drama from MAFS for the next 3 months. So get ready for that. Yeah, so what does everyone think about Jamie and Dave? I really feel sad about Jamie and Dave because, like everybody here, I had really high hopes, right? So I thought that, they may. Are we wearing the same shirt? Oh my God, D, stop copying me. You need to text me before to make sure this isn't awkward. Hey from Europe, or I should say, hey from Australia to Europe, cats. I'm not getting the fraud collection. Well, that's bullshit, Mum. I feel like we can talk about this off air. I feel like we can have an argument. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about this some other time. Okay, I want to see more of your chats. Q1 starts soon. Really, it does. Yeah. Your grandpa here, if I was sober, I would donate. Oh. Well, I guess there's more likelihood that you would donate if you were drunk. You know what I mean? No, I think Dave wasn't into her. I think Dave liked her as a pal because he might not be a very sexual person. And he did talk about in the series From Memory, and you know how shanky my memory is when it comes to this show because they all kind of blur into one. But didn't he say that he needed an emotional connection before the physical could happen more? Hey to Chicago. Wow. And that's why it didn't really work out between them. So yeah, I think he liked her a little bit as a friend, but yeah, maybe both, but I don't think it was going to be any sort of like, there was no sexual chemistry. You know what I mean? Actually, talking about Dave, is this him here? Here he is, guys. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I mean, you got to admit, that's an attractive man. That's actually disgusting. Yeah, he's broken like the rest of us, so it doesn't matter how pretty he is, he's broken. All right, let's talk about everything I know about Dave. Well, he's still single. He's doing a sheetload of influencing, and I still think he's caulking. You know how he's doing all those caulking videos of him caulking things? He has another account where he like lines up his liquid and then pumps it into tight spaces. YouTube's going to flag that. He's also done some influencing for the Australian Open where he manages to bring up his TVX.
Hey guys, Dave here. I'm at the Australian Open. Lots to see, lots to do. Come with me and check it all out. Hey, it's a Mecca store. Remember when I bought my ex-wife a bottle of wood? Great decisions, Dave.
Remember that time I bought a really expensive bottle for... Oh, come on, Dave. You've done a lot of caulking. And just because you bought her something expensive, it doesn't mean it's, you know, she probably loves it. Or maybe she doesn't wear it at all because it I don't know. Jamie seemed to really go off, Dave, and I really want to know exactly what happened behind the scenes. Like you saw before in my little fluff up, his dad is still fighting, which is excellent considering what he's been up against. We did follow some of the story during the season. And also, let me note, where is this? Yeah, I think I've got it here. Actually, let me do this here. Also, he's been spending some time with Katie. Katie was absolutely raving about him. So Dave is someone who can over time see people clearly, to trust his own judgment, to learn from heavy blows, to step back and disengage from anything that doesn't serve his highest purpose while running towards the things that do. I've grown a much deeper connection with him over the time, and I have so much more respect and self-reflection, strength and self-control. You know, we could start a rumor, but I don't think there's actually anything happening there. So Dave got his body snatched, and a little bit later on when we talk about the bride who potentially snatched it, oh, what a scandal. I want to play that moment again because it's one of my favorite moments of all time. Let's quickly talk about this pairing because it makes zero sense to me. Well, I guess maybe because she was going for the trad wife thing. This is Lauren and Elliot, if you don't remember. This pairing was a nightmare from the start. Lauren was a trad wife wannabe, and Elliot was sold to us as the traditional values guy who wanted his little woman to look good and pop out the babies. Early in the honeymoon, Elliot ditched and they both ended up marrying other people. So let's just talk about the other people. Take two, Veronica and Elliot. Oh, God, remember them? Oh, shit. Just when we thought it was like crazy enough, somehow it got even crazier when Veronica got on the scene. Now, somehow, this guy who seemed like a complete douche canoe in all of his sit-down interviews was remarried to Veronica, and it did not go well. Initial signs were saying like it was a decent match, but then it all really took a turn and it was framed around how crazy Veronica was. More on that in a second, but spoiler alert, it didn't end in a love story. No. Oh, no. Did it not? As mentioned earlier, Elliot and Jamie are very close friends, and they baited everyone into thinking that they were on. They were not at all. They were just playing for attention, and good for them. As far as I can see, he is still single, but he's trying to get busy women to be confident. Wait, is this it? Yeah, he's trying to help busy women feel sexy and confident again. DM me, coaching to apply. And then he's putting up all the thirst traps. You know, the traps to make you very thirsty. He also makes his own bone broth, in case you've got any interest in that. Classic post-MAFS behavior. Now, with Veronica, it did not go well. Do you remember Veronica at all? There she is. She did not have a good run on the show. Her TV husband, Elliot, who just didn't rub her the right way. And yet this was his second go round in the same season. And still he ended up getting like some sort of redemption arc because of how over the top and confusing her reactions were. Do you remember? None of it made sense. It was like a huge plot twist where everyone was like, God, Elliot shouldn't have another bride. And then we're like, nah, fuck Veronica. What a psycho she is. Now, something happened in the partner swap. And guys, we need to relive that moment because even though it's so small, it's actually really big. Things people have said to Dave in the bedroom.
I'm gonna be quicker than that around here, boys.
Waking up next to Dave this morning. How was it?
Yeah, fine.
Did you sleep well?
Yeah, I slept pretty good.
Yeah, not at all.
Sounds good.
Yeah, that's good. He seemed like a completely different guy after that. But Veronica later denied the cheating rumors on MAFS-related podcast. I think it was MAFS Funny, saying the relationship was platonic. Though that interview is no longer publicly available. I'm not sure why. I couldn't find it today. She has not posted a lot on social media since. She was tagged in a post with Katie. Do I have that here? Oh, yeah. She was tagged in a post with Katie. And it was her and Sierra out to dinner. And that's kind of like all we've really seen. There's just not a lot from her. And that was earlier. Oh, no, that was late last year. And then earlier this year, like Jan 6 around, she posted a video saying, you know, with one of those little snippets they use on TikTok where she was like, you never know what's going to happen and something big's coming. And she was like walking seductively towards the camera with a smile. Signaling something's coming, I guess, but who knows what. Veronica was a fitness instructor and an actor, so I can only assume she has gone back to tracing the dream. She said, looking to the future, I've got some projects that I'm working on that I'm really, really promising, and I'm really focused and heavily focused on my acting career. My priorities lie with my family and my career and my passions, and that's really what I'm focusing on at the moment. It was a great experience. Was it? But I'm ready to leave it behind, and I just need to get on with my life now and do beautiful things that I enjoy. Okay. Before we get to some couples that I don't care about, let's get to some of your chat. Oh, thanks, Deb. Deb's on the payroll, everybody. Yeah, hit the like button. Like, what's going on? Like, do it. Yeah, I'd love to know some of your thoughts about Veronica. Look, I happen to think that a lot of stuff has been cut out from Elliot's bullshit. And that's only because the few cast members who I've had little chitty chats on the socials with since the season aired, it did seem like she overreacted a lot, but apparently we didn't see the lead up to the baiting. She did, Hazel. You're absolutely right. She got a lot of acting in. And maybe she's like, maybe she's been picked up now. You know what I mean? Like maybe she's made it big. Super chat time.
Super chat.
Desiree, said your face is a treat. That's very kind of you. She already did a beautiful thing that Jamie liked. Wait, I'm going to get to Morena. She already did a beautiful thing that Jamie liked. Fuck her TV husband. Is that what you're doing? Yeah, they're the letter. Well, apparently his letter wasn't the one that she heard. So she said in interviews that the letter that ended up going to air wasn't the letter that was read to her. And I don't put it past any of the Endemol Shine because they're fucking maniacal. And look, going on this show, you know it. And we all know watching it that we can't trust anything. Nothing. So, you know, we can't be mad at it. We will be. We just can't be. Hey, can I throw in some like couples that we absolutely don't care about? You know, the ones from the season that either cooked us too much or didn't make any sort of impact. And I've decided not to really include them in any of this. You know what I mean? Like, so why not? Let's do this. Tony and Morena. What a throwback. Here's the update. Tony is still being Tony and Morena is still a DJ, projecting the whole I'm a mature woman, but I'm not old thing. I don't fuck with these two, really, because, you know, Tony wanted a younger woman and didn't get it, and Morena wanted someone to erase all of her past traumas from her first marriage. And then she proceeded to take issue with everything and everyone on the show. And then after the show, did the media round saying that she was held against her will. She wasn't held against her will. She was just tricked by producers and their shady techniques. You could have bailed any time. And anyway, I was going to say more, but I'm not. Morena really, look, Tony makes me mad because he wasn't there for the right reasons. He was there to get someone young. And you can tell, you know how I know that? Not by, Tony hasn't said it. I know his cousin did. Was his cousin named Stephen? Please chuck it in the chat. Fuck me. You said it, D. I'm not going there. Bloody Morena, Tony, let's talk about Tony. Tony's cousin, what was his name? I want to say cousin Stephen. Remember he was obsessed with him. And he was like, you know, you could probably get someone fucking younger. Like, she's older than you. And Morena was in good nick. I don't understand what the problem was. But the interesting thing for me is that Tony now, I see him out everywhere. That, like, I'm almost 40, and I don't know what age Tony is, but he's considerably older than me. And he is out all the fucking time. Peter Panning it right across Australia. So, Stephen, it was, guys. Well done. Good work, everybody. This is what we're all here for. It takes a village to do this fucking show. Also, can we play the game? Does anyone remember Jake and Ashley? Remember them? He didn't say it, but we knew that Jake didn't get what he ordered in Ash, and he absolutely hated it. I'm also going to put in this same sort of who cares bin. I didn't even get a photo of him. That's how much I don't care. TJ and Beth. I'd love to show you a picture of them, but clearly my brain has I didn't even get a picture of them. It's not there. Like, TJ was half decent at pretending, but he really wasn't into Beth, and he should have just said it a lot earlier. You know what I mean? Also, do we remember Katie and Tim? Short, petite, blonde. That's what he wanted. I don't need to spend too much time on this because I've already done a video on Katie's life since the show aired, and I'll link it for you below if that's something that you want to go and check out. She was really mismatched with Tim Cromie, who is a school teacher and a purveyor of women who are short, petite, and blonde. And you saw that Katie's out living her life. She's been out with Dave. She's out with the girls. Maybe her and Dave had a kiss. Oh, God, that would have been nice. Looked like they were on the beach, by the way, so maybe a little nighttime kiss. God, do I do a video? See, the thing is, here's the problem with Tim. Can't find out anything on him. Yes, he was named Timmy for the Binny. And I reckon he got a bit of a bum edit in the way that, like, he's probably bad, very bad, but there would be some redeeming qualities that we just didn't get to see. Unfortunately, they were all outweighed by the worst of him. And how could you forget Morena? Oh, my goodness. She'll be so upset. Yeah, he was just so fucked early on. And, you know, they did this deliberately. Now, because in all the interview stuff that we saw that they did with Tim, he was saying that he doesn't care about looks. He just wants a nice girl who's going to love him because, you know, he's got a bit of extra padding, like a lot of us do. And he's like, I just want someone who's going to love me for me. Turns out that was all bullshit. So anyway, so I don't really need to talk about them. There is a Katie video, and there's another couple that I'm not going to delve down on because I'm doing a whole video that's going to drop on Friday. Because why not more MAFS this week? I'm a psycho. I wanted to get it out this weekend, but I have to check some legal stuff because this particular couple went to court. I wonder who it could be. All right, let's talk about Adrian and Athena, shall we? Oh, here they are. What a confusing, toxic couple this was. Early on at the wedding reception, it was made clear that he didn't want kids with anyone, right? And lo and behold, Athena has a son. They were still very sexually compatible, so they avoided talking about anything real, and they just fucked away their problems. Their end was also really weird. I don't know if you remember it, but their end was they sort of were saying no, and then Athena was like, why are we saying no? Let's say yes to each other. And then they said yes to each other. Why? And then I think they banged each other a couple more times, and then I think by the time she got back to Perth, he'd ghosted her again. Anyway, once the reunion came around, it was done and dusted. And then Athena and Billy were really baiting everyone as if they were some sort of thing. Now, they can't just claim, oh, it's just because we were friends, because the stuff that was papped in the photo shoots everywhere, it was absolutely not just friends. Anyway, they are not together, and it seems like she is still single. Adrian, well, he came out with a real hard-on for the social media, and he was on it with his twin. He was doing the socials really, really hard, doing a lot of videos at the time. And they both came off super classy, especially with that one about X, which is just a joke, guys. It's funny. Now, though, he has opened a pasta restaurant here in Melbourne.
Me and my twin turned this into Melbourne's #1 pasta bar. Well, some of you might be wondering who Saucy Mama is. The background story is, this is actually our mum's dream. She's always wanted to open up a pasta bar, and as our mum gets older, we wanted to help her fulfill her dream.
Did you miss that voice? Did you miss it? God, I missed it. You know what I mean? Some of the reviews have been really brutal on this saucy pasta restaurant thing. It's either got like 5 stars, and predominantly it does have 5 stars. I want to make that very clear. And then there's like a huge chunk of 1 stars. Elliot's been helping out in the store, so I guess they're still clicky. And I've seen photos with Jeff and TJ, so I guess maybe they're all sort of like having a bit of a vibe together. He proclaimed that he was ready to detach from his on-screen wife and return to the quiet life on social media. So there we will leave him. The guy who was so toxic in the season and never really got called out for it. Like it's actually crazy to me how little the experts called him out. Like they called out Punch the Door, and we'll get to him, but they never really went for Adrian. And he did so much toxic shit. Oh, even Charlie hates it. Charlie hates it. Hey, mate. How you doing? You having a good time back there? You love MAFS. Yeah. Way more than Ari does. Let's talk about Sierra and Billy. Do I have a picture of them? Yeah, I cared enough to get a picture of them. They had a really rough time. Well, Sierra, it turns out, had a really rough time on the show, being matched with Billy. And I would have thought that she would have known the game because she was previously on The Bachelor Australia with Jimmy the pilot season. In MAFS, it was made to seem like Sierra was really cold towards her husband and wouldn't really let him in. Effect kind of gaslighting him a lot. But it also seemed like Billy was shocked when Sierra was forward and tried to be vulnerable. She was framed as though she was in a cheating scandal. Do you remember, shut up, do you remember the footsies under the table scandal? Where Sierra and Adrian bumped footsies under the table and apparently they were fucking. Oh, God, I loved that. It's really good times, guys, which is just really excellent editing. Sierra spoke in depth on her own socials and on the So Dramatic podcast about how she was treated by Billy and the show. She alleged that the Nine Network gave Billy interviews with media outlets and kept her quiet. There was emotional manipulation or invalidation and a lack of emotional safety. Billy denied these claims. She went very far with the things she said and then not past a point where it would get sort of legal, which I found very interesting. Over with Billy, as you heard, he's not with Athena, but he is with someone called Bree. He hard launched her on Instagram, and there was a picture of them shared together on October 26. You heard me mention their name, and when you say it, you must show them. Karina and Paul, they were matched together, and they were one of the strongest couples. He, the Frenchman, and she, a very good Catholic girl. She's just the best Catholic girl, guys. She's just so good. It was all smooth sailing until the Frenchman punched a door following an Uber ride where Karina was bragging about a rapper who she fucked previously, not during the show. He then called her a bit of a snob in some letters that he had to read out loud to her. And remember, he tried to play it down. Oh, God, guys, it's good. It's a good time. In the end, she ditched him at the final vows and he had a big cry.
And now you're going to have to live with that for the rest of your life.
Love with the Frenchman. I just remembered that I did a song for that. That literally just hit me then looking at those videos. And it's still on the channel if you want to go watch it. But if I play it, it sticks in my partner's head for the rest of the month. So we're not allowed to play it. That, and it's terrible. It's a terrible song. Karina now has her own podcast because everybody does. In fact, I've got multiples. What about you? And he says, basically, she also says that she's based between Sydney and LA. There's nothing to suggest that she's in a relationship, and I'm sure Frenchman Punch the Door Paul is just waiting in the wings. Speaking of that Frenchman, by the way, I looked at his Instagram. He said he's a model and content creator, and guys, he's cringe as fuck. I'm sorry. This guy is all red flags for me. Not one green flag. He recently put up a video. Do I have it? I've got the post. I'll put the post up and we can just, here we go. Unfortunately, I was raised to finish my meals, so I don't care if your legs are shaking. He put that up. A lot of people didn't like it. This is recent, by the way. He has responded saying that it was a joke, guys. But if you have watched his other social media videos, the tone is of like a similar ick. So I don't really know where anyway, I just think he got some backlash in the media coverage and then he walked it back a bit. Still, he is single as far as I can gather. Now, there is only one couple that made it, guys, and I reckon Channel 9 are going to ride this to the bank. That's Jeff and Riri. They were very bland and boring during the whole season. They already knew each other, if you don't remember. And they were the only ones to survive the season after being matched. Oh, by the heavenly experts. I'm pretty sure Channel 9 are going to be crying about them as the huge success of the season. Oh, God, they have to feature. They have to feature in a channel, like in a challenge or something. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, they're not challenges. They're tasks. Sorry. It's not a challenge because it's not a game show. And I've got to start saying cast members. They're participants, guys. They've moved in together, by the way, but nothing else is on the cards for them just yet, like in regards of baby or real marriage. There is some speculation that they are secretly engaged and maybe they're saving that information for this particular MAFS season to like drop it through this season. So who knows what is true in regards to that. I wanted to get to more of your chats in a sec. Let's do that before I get to the one couple that I'm not going to talk about because I'm going to do a whole video on them. It could be Bri. I think it's Bri. Channel 9 can't keep relying on Jules and Kim anymore. That's true. That's true, Jeff. They need another one to hang their hat on. They've just got to get one. If you get one per season that like stick together for a couple of years, that's actually pretty good. Because then if a couple of seasons go by and they break up, and they did. Yeah, they already knew each other. And I don't know if they like dated, but they like had some dinners and they banged. So it could be more of like a situationship thing. Because it seemed like the banging was good. You just can't see him wearing the baggy green hat, whatever. What? Who are we talking about here? We're talking about old mate Jeff. Okay. Let's get to it. Let's do it. Let's talk about the couple that I can't talk about in this video because I'm going to do a whole video dedicated to them because there's been so much stuff that's happened and it just settled out of court before the end of 2025. And I've been doing a lot of research, guys, and we absolutely need to talk about Rai and Jack. Well, you know me, I absolutely love them. And you know, I want to give you all the details about Rai and Jack, but I've got to drop the video on Friday. Stay tuned. Which means you're going to get a whole week of Unlucky Season 13 of MAFS AU. And then on Friday, just a perfect little way to end the week. Just a little deep dive onto how toxic this shit got off the show. It was toxic enough on the show. And then they went to court multiple times. And then they had to go to mediation. It's a love story for the ages, guys. It's just a love story for the fucking ages. And I cannot wait for you to see it. I absolutely cannot wait. All right. So, you know what? The MAFS producers, experts, because the experts absolutely match them, and it's certainly not the producers. They need to, this upcoming season, Unlucky 13, they need to make sure that at least some of them are meant to work out, because drama will ensue in any relationship. And we know that the producers, they're all there to like make sure the relationships don't work anyway. But they need to have more. They need to have more work. You know what I mean? They need to have more. The Warrior and his little lady. Oh, remember when he dropped her? And then he didn't check in on her. And then weeks later, she got really sad about it because he didn't check in on her because she had to go to the hospital, just to an ambulance, or just to I don't know where she went. Oh, God, it's good times. And we're about to start it all over again. Almost 24 hours. If you're on the East Coast, it's all going to happen. We're going to see it all over again. And if you don't know the full cast, if you have not seen my videos, I've talked about some rumors, and there's a spoiler video, and then there's the one with the official cast from Channel 9, and you need to go and check that out. because you need to have all their names in your head. And then if you get lost during the week, don't worry. We're going to do Sunday lives, 6 p.m. every single Sunday, even my 40th birthday weekend. I'm going to be here on Sunday. We're going to share some time together to talk about all the trash, mess, and drama that's happened on the show and off the show. Now, I don't think it was the fall that did it. I think there was some stuff going on with Jack before that. Okay, so if you remember, hey, members, you're going to get little videos generally after each episode, all right? So I'm going to drop little members-only videos, and they're just going to be just talking about what I've seen on the episode. And then I'm going to do full rehashes, which will drop the next day. Members will get them first. Everyone else will get them after that. It'll definitely be within 24 hours of the first episode dropping. As per usual, you will get a rehash for every single episode of MAFS. That is 40. That's 40 episodes plus lives every week for the 3 months. So if you love MAFS, this is the place to be. Tell people on Reddit. Make sure you come. And remember, your memo me's. No, because I need to cover them in the Jack and Rai video for obvious reasons. And also, that was just like a complete nothing. That whole thing was so nothing. Thank you very much for the super chats.
Super chat.
Sarah, let's start with D. Said, it's awesome to have you back. Thank you so much, D. It's really great to be back. Sarah has said, please make more songs this season. I often play I'm in love with a Frenchman. See, the problem is I'm just very bad at the songs. You know, I do it when I feel a little bit confident, and then I hear it and it's bad. Thank you very much to Brooke for the super chat.
Super chat.
And thank you very much to Deb and Brooke, also both members. So Sarah's a member as well, and Dee's a member. Oh my goodness, you're all far too good to me. So it's going to be a huge season. Make sure you get your merch. Also, if anything interesting comes out from the season, you best believe I'm going to be dropping merch for it. So just like the Beganic teas from last year, I hope we get some excellent moments that we can live on our bodies forever and ever. Sure, we can do a cameo of the dogs. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure he's close. Hey, Bubby, come in here. Come in here. Come in here. He can't stay in here because it gets too hot for him. Charlie doesn't seem to care, but come up here. Come on, say hi. Hey, there he is. Hey, Bubby. What you doing? Hey. Okay, you jump down, and then the other one will get up. Charlie, come up here. Wait, hurry, get out of the way. Oh, my goodness. Both of you. Charlie, come up here. Oh, my goodness. Okay, there's all the dogs. You've seen the dogs. Cha-Cha is here. Ari Dog is here. Hey, Bobby, can you see yourself? And we're going to have an excellent season. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of fun. This is going to be a ritual 6 p.m. every Sunday. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel and have your alerts turned on. Every season, people's like, what? I missed an episode. Well, that's not my problem. That's YouTube's problem. Make sure they're turned on, okay? And check the posts in the community page on YouTube at Wilko Rehashed. It is going to be a huge season, and get ready to hear this a lot, because I'm going to say at the end of each show,
You left.
But you left, baby!